The campaign says, of course he can, and he does not sound like a man about to bow out of the race.
You got me, man.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
CNN's Priscilla Alvarez joins us now live from the White House. Priscilla.
I bet you Biden crashes and burns in this interview. I don't think so. Like, I'm telling you right now, I think he does like fine in this interview. He has like a couple moments. The media will still hyper focus on those moments and it'll be reflected as like an L. But overall, the media interview that he's conducting with ABC is not for you. You already know he sucks. You already know he's demented. The media interview that he's going to conduct is for the donors, the most important, if not the only important group. And if he actually manages this media interview, like above average performance, he doesn't have to go gangbusters. He doesn't have to fucking, he doesn't have to like, you know, recite poetry or anything like that. He just has to, and this is a managed environment, remember. It's not a debate. He's not up against Donald Trump. He doesn't have 50 million people watching, okay, in real time. It's not being broadcasted live, which is huge, okay? I'm telling you right now, he has to do average. And I think he's capable of doing above average, especially in a managed environment. Which is so crazy to think because, like, that's how low the bar is. The bar is basically baby's first word is Baba. Okay? That's where the bar is. That's crazy. That in and of itself is an immediate cause for concern. That itself means like it's over. The race is done. Okay? We're cooked.
What are you hearing?
Well, Dana, in some ways, this is the cleanup tour really starting in earnest with the president going to Wisconsin today to talk to voters and also participating in that prime time interview. Campaign officials that I have been talking to say, look, we acknowledge this is a high stakes moment for the president, but they're also aware that the president is sometimes prone to those verbal missteps. And so this isn't just about the substance of what the president says during this interview, but also how he delivers it. And then, of course, the president will go to Pennsylvania on Sunday. Now, we are now learning from the campaign that his original event in Pennsylvania to speak with the National Education Association will not occur because of an employee strike. And the campaign says he will not cross the picket line, but he will still have stops in that battleground state. But look, all of this is to say that over the last week, a very challenging week for the Biden campaign, allies have repeatedly said they want to see more candid moments from the president, more unscripted moments, and they're hoping that that is what he can display over the next few days. So this July campaign memo that was released today, in some ways, is them saying, we hear you. In addition to all of these stops, the president also expected to go to Nevada in mid-July to attend 2 conferences where he'll speak directly to Black and Latino voters. It also includes a $50 million paid blitz. So the campaign is certainly trying to build up momentum, especially as they face pressing questions about the president and whether he is the most viable candidate going up against former President Donald Trump in this very heated election season. I will note, because you played the soundbite there earlier of the president at the barbecue just yesterday here at the White House, that while the president observed the fireworks from the White House balcony, he was joined by Vice President Kamala Harris. She has not been there before for that presentation. In the past, she often engages in other July 4th firework engagements. So this was an opportunity to show unity at a time when they are both coming under increased scrutiny.
Let's discuss with White House reporter for Politico, Eli Stokols. Eli, great to see you. This speech in Milwaukee, this primetime interview, if they go well, will it be enough to unravel this narrative surrounding the president's age and mental acuity?
It's a great question, Boris. That's really the question. I'm not sure they will be. I think people inside the president's inner circle, they've listened, they've heard that there are things that he needs to do to reassure people, and they are trying to do that. A sit-down interview, travel, more unscripted moments. But, you know, at the same time, there is a palpable sense that none of it is really going to offset what the country saw on the debate stage last week.
Yeah, it's like this, okay? You fuck up, or let's say you write a story and you get something wrong. The number of people see you get something wrong is going to be significantly higher than the number of people that see the correction. Okay? You can try to course correct after, but once 50 million live televised viewers watch you fucking stumble around, and then the subsequent media coverage for the next week and a half is about how fucking old you are and how you should just die, it's done. That's the only thing coming out right now. This has been a rather uneventful election cycle. Okay? An incredibly uneventful election cycle. And I told you that this is the most boring, most predictable election cycle thus far. But, and I told you this time and time again, it has the capacity to be the most eventful election cycle of our lifetime. And that is currently panning out. It's currently happening. I thought maybe, there could be a medical emergency that would make this very interesting. It turns out it is kind of a medical emergency, but it's not like a one-off. It's more of a slow burn. Far lefties in shambles. Far lefties in shambles. Do you think that far lefties love Joe Biden? What do you think a far lefty is? Commies? You think communists care about Joseph Robinette Brandon? In USA. Explain to me your political positions right now. I need to investigate further because this is fun. Do not scare this one, chat. Don't scare him. This is a good one. I like this one. Come on, man. Fuck. They spook so easy, bro. They're like a fucking feral animal in the wild. Like you step on a fucking... You step on a branch or some leaves and they immediately spook and then run away. God damn it. I fucked it up. I did it. I fucking spooked him.
And that the president really took his big liability and made it even bigger, adding to concerns about his age and apparent frailty, and really imperiling his reelection bid.